An Allen mother is charged with multiple assaults, both on adults and young teenage girls. Police say she lost it at her daughter's basketball game, punching a referee, hitting and kicking 7th grade girls on the team her daughter had just played against. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager spoke with the referee who was attacked. Peyton's in Murphy where it all happened. Peyton.
Steve, we know this happened after a middle school girls basketball game. The ref tells me he tried to break up the fight and then he was punched. He says in his 26 years of being a referee, this is the worst parent behavior he's ever seen.
And now my lip is all swollen up and I just had dental work.
Greg Ivanovsky is still dealing with pain on the right side of his mouth after he says he was punched by an angry mom after a Plano ISD basketball game over the weekend. Ivanovsky, who has been a referee for more than 2 decades, was working a 7th grade game Saturday morning at Plano Sports Authority in Murphy. He says during the game, one of the girls had to be thrown out after a jump ball.
At the end of the jump ball, one of the girls let go and the other one shoved her with it and then ended up dropping the ball and punching the girl in the face. I had to eject her from the game. There's a zero tolerance policy.
But once the game ended, Ivanovsky says the girl who was ejected came back onto the court to start a fight with a player from the other team.
And then the daughter came back around using all sorts of language that I can't use right now on TV.
Police say the mother of the girl who was ejected then stepped onto the court. And instead of trying to control her daughter, she got violent and punched the 13-year-old girl her daughter was yelling at in the face. Police identified the attacker as 37-year-old Dominique Graham. This is a prior mugshot of Graham from a 2018 arrest of an animal cruelty charge. Ivanovsky says he was sucker punched trying to stop Graham.
And I'm like, this is not going to happen. You're not going to get to them. I'm not going to allow this. And when I'm looking this way, out of nowhere, I get a left hook across the mouth right here. My glasses end up going sideways like this.
Ivanovsky says Graham knocked him backwards. According to Graham's arrest warrant affidavit, Graham went on to yell at other parents when a dad stepped in to protect his family. Police say Graham scratched the man across his face, leaving visible red marks. More parents and kids rushed to help when police say Graham assaulted 2 other teen players, kicking a 13-year-old in the back and punching a 14-year-old in the face.
How do you do that to a child? I mean, honestly, I'm getting a little emotional because I'm baffled by that.
Murphy police arrived and took Graham to the Wiley Police Department jail, where now she faces 3 felony counts of injury to a child and 2 other counts of assault.
I think people just lose control so fast.
Tuesday evening, basketball and soccer games went on at the sports complex in Murphy. Parents heading inside were shocked about what happened.
I would be livid. I would absolutely press charges, and it would not be a good situation for sure.
I think it has a lot to do with something good going on with the parent, and unfortunately the children just happened to be there while the moment of anger or lack of self-control.
My name's Peyton. I'm with Fox 4 News.
We visited Graham's home in Allen. The person who answered the door only identified themselves as a family member and told us Graham wasn't home and didn't want to talk. Meanwhile, Ivanovsky is healing. He's been in contact with one of the 13-year-olds who was assaulted. Ivanovsky says she's terrified to even leave her home.
The simple fact that somebody comes out here and attacks these kids, it's just mind-boggling to me.
It's still unclear if the assaults were caught on camera. It's also unclear how the other teenage girls are doing. Plano Sports Authority did not respond to our request for comment.